On today's half-assed product review, that's not a knife. This is a knife, maybe. All right, so let's open this piece. Let's open this stupid ass thing up, because you know anything that comes in a clamshell's not the highest quality. Oh yeah, I always got a Leatherman on me too. And you can call me a redneck all you want until you actually, work a job where you got to use shit like that all the time. Yeah, fuck it, I already got it open enough. Fuck you, fucking unboxing channels. I can do it in record fucking time. So, got the survival knife. I got it out of its packaging in a little bit of a dramatic fashion. I did notice one thing though, on which this is kind of a long knife. It doesn't weigh a damn thing. It's pretty cheap and light. There's no little like tassel thing right here. So if you had it attached to the side of your leg, it's going to sit there and do this thing. Or this.
Flippy floppy, flippy floppy, flippy floppy.
So let's get the fucker out of its packaging. Why not? Take the sheath, toss it off to the side. So you get the knife in your hand. It feels all right. It looks halfway decent, and it actually looks really cheap, to be honest with you. It's kind of rough. It doesn't come sharp. This little serrated edge thing has some burrs on it, so you gotta be careful not to cut yourself. Now it did actually have like a little plastic sleeve over it when I got it out of the packaging, and it was full of the type of grease and stuff you'd expect with most crap that's shipped over here from China, so it doesn't rust. If you've ever wondered why they do that. But let's open this little bastard up, shall we? And when you open up the little top, it has a compass in it, which does work. I tested that earlier. But yeah, no, I mean, like, it's relatively pointing north. I'm sorry I can't really show that to you a little better, because I actually do have a lot of magnets in my garage, and it's Spastastic Garage of Madness, so compasses in my house don't really work too well. They think that I can point myself to my garage. I gotta find that little clip. I have a little compass that has a little safety pin on it. That it was hilarious a while ago. Try to use that. Try pulling that thing out in the garage. But let's get into this, shall we? Get in here. There's a little plastic packaging of things. And so the little things that it has in it. It has matches in it. There's some fishing line. There's a fish hook in here. And be careful when you're opening the packaging not to hook yourself. I have no idea why there's a needle and some string and buttons and a safety pin in here, but the safety pin's bent. It actually has a sewing needle. I mean, I guess that could come in handy, but I'd never really found myself in a survival situation where I need to sew a button onto something. And usually have like a roll of duct tape for that or something. Hell, I don't know. The only thing that I'm really having a question about is the way that these matches are packaged in this thing. If you know anything about matches, usually when you have the heads right next to each other, they're covered with a little thing that helps them, ignite. So they sit in the packaging and rub against each other, and they can spontaneously combust. But I guess it's in the handle. It's one of them things. But let's see how good one of the matches are, shall we? It has your little sandpaper strike pad. It also has a few more matches in here. I kind of broke a couple of them and took them out. But yeah, no, just take them. And they light real easy, and it's on fire, So that's a thing. So I guess you could get creative with the fishing line and the fish hook to maybe, a survival thing. But the other stuff in here, I mean, the matches, that's a good thing to have. But if you know anything about me, I'm a smoker. I have a lighter in my pocket too. But if you're going out and about, that's a good thing to carry on you. But no, let's get back to this cheap knife, shall we? Okay, so this handle right here is held in by an Allen screw. I mean, it's pressed in there pretty tight, but that's the main thing holding the knife in. And I don't know why this thing has a rubber gasket on it, considering you can actually see right through this thing. And I don't think it shows up too good on the camera, but I can actually see the camera through the handle, so it's not watertight. The knife's not sharp. I think I already mentioned that once, but I decided to try to do something a little different, not some like little tech gadget, like a knife, But when it comes to this knife, I paid $8 for it. I got it from Harbor Freight, and I wouldn't recommend this to anybody, because I used to have an M-Tech survival knife. I don't know what the hell model it was, but I only paid $30 for it, and it was twice the knife that this one was. But if you're interested in something like this, if you want a good laugh at, or have an extra knife, go ahead and pick it up. You want a quick gift for somebody, if you're going and buying yourself some air tools or cheap RC planes or just cheap tools in general, if you're out at Harbor Freight, and maybe pick it up. But I wouldn't grab this thing, even though I did. I figured it's nice to share little things like that. So if somebody wants to buy something like this and think, oh, I'm going to go camping, I'm going to use this thing. I actually watched a couple of videos of where this little top piece right here is screwed on. This little peg thing right here is just screwed on both ends, and the knife blade can come out quite easily. So no, don't buy this. Go spend $20, $30, $40 on a Much Knives knife. I mean, as much as people want to rag on the M-Tech brand, they make pretty damn good knives. And I'm Spaztastic. Thank you for watching. Fucking smells like matches in here.